Whoa, what is up, guys? I've got a good one from Logical Dating 101. I'm excited to get into it, so let's get started.
Think the reason that, I sleep with so many guys is because it's the only time I can really feel validation from a man. I mean, my dad told me every single day until he died that I was a failure of a daughter.
So you're
Well, at least she's honest.
getting closure by proving your father's point.
Bruh, look at that
This is Dr.
face.
Victor Blaine, a therapist with a 1-star rating on Yelp, which he claims is because his clients can't handle the truth.
Oh my goodness.
I'm out here on Detroit Princess boat
Girl, you too
at
old
the
to be
Q.
having yo cleavage out like that. They look saggy. They look nasty. Like you trying to be out here like, ooh, look at my boobies. Girl, they're saggy. Ugh, cover that up.
Weekend.
I don't want
Okay.
to watch this.
Yeah. Yeah. At the very top. Okay. I hope y'all see this beautiful scenery out here. Okay. Gorgeous out here. Breeze. It's breezing.
Yeah,
My
and
smile is.
you got your stuff out and you
But
single.
guess what? I got yourself.
That ought to make you feel better crying on your pillow at night.
Ain't looking good.
No, not looking good. No.
The male loneliness epidemic is all your fault. It is.
Okay, guys, let's take a second here. Let's identify these two women. First of all, we've got two women who are like sitting here like a bouncer squad. They're about to mama us. They're telling us what we don't know, okay? So we're gonna listen. The other thing is, do either of these two women look intelligent? Not really someone I want to take advice from.
It has nothing to do with the women. We try our best to talk to you guys and be in crowds where you guys are at. And
My question is, why are a couple of broads like you, who are obviously a solid 5 or 6? I mean, you're mid. I mean, you're kind of cute, but I mean, you're like a solid 5 or a 6. I mean, you're kind of cute. Why are you single? What's the excuse? You know, back in the day, if you were a solid 5 or a 6, somebody would snag you. Someone would cuff you. How is someone, how are these mid women not going cuffed? I mean, they're a little bit cuter than average, I'd say. Not much. What's wrong?
you don't try. There is zero effort given from the male side.
And it's
And we're done with it.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
You know what's disgusting? The fact that y'all are mommying older men and telling them it's their fault you're single. Make it make sense.
The feminist movement was fighting for equal opportunity for women in education and the workforce. The sexual revolution
Little
was
did they
fighting
know.
for all sorts of sexual freedoms. Cosmo,
Lesbians fight for freedom. The lesbians fight and then just end the sentence because they have the highest domestic violence out of any group of people in the United States.
pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually
How
kind
free
of a
are they?
slavery.
Yeah.
But we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution
Getting them
and
all
the women's
gassed up.
movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
Abortion is murder.
Like that word pretend. That's exactly what some of these modern women are doing.
Women's rights.
Yeah.
But we can't define what a woman is. But also men can be women. And no uterus, no opinion. But also men can get pregnant. Men are oppressing us. But also it's okay if biological men take over our spaces and our sports.
I think that's fair because we created them, boo-boo, and you don't deserve them. What have you done?
Women are so over-sexualized in this culture.
What is she doing right now? She's got the Hill Valley. Women are so over-sexualized in our culture. She's got her hair. She looks like a traditional woman. She's got a pink shirt on. I think she's objectifying herself a little bit.
But it's empowering if women are the ones sexualizing themselves. Are you guys quite done yet? Like, are you okay?
That just about sums it up.
This is my friend Brianna Robinson. You should absolutely go follow her. She's fabulous. It's incredibly hypocritical, as everything is. Modern day feminism is not consistent in the slightest.
Right. It doesn't make sense. For this argument, this one doesn't hold true. Well, I can do this, but you can't. And we can do this, but you can't. And we're also lonely, but it's your fault. It's just projecting and gaslighting. And these women, I mean, they're kind of stupid. They're low IQ. Women who subscribe to feminists, a lot of times when you hear them talk, they sound like they're kind of stupid. They sound like they've never had an intelligent thought in their life. Like if you told them like, hey, you can't do this, they'd sit there and be like, like the dial-up, the DSL dial-up, they kind of be thinking about it for a while. Should have bought a Honda.
Somebody commented and said, high empathy and low IQ generally correlate with
What did I just say? Low IQ behavior. I'm not a hater. This woman's saying it too.
feelings over facts. I mean, that's the basis of modern day feminism.
This one is for my ladies. Let's get into it. After I graduated with my master's, this woman that I used to work with, you know who you are. She pulled me aside. She said, Sam, you're a pretty girl. When you gonna settle down and get married? I laughed. And I
She
said,
is pretty.
probably after I get my LCSW. She looked at me dead in my eye and said, shut the door. And so I did. She said, now look around, Sam. Look at the women my age. Look at the women who prioritize their career.
I love that this woman is giving her advice because this woman, her boss, fell into the trap that she's getting pulled into right now and has no remorse or regret whatsoever. This woman, this boss, is like, hey, you don't want to sell your soul to the devil because he does collect. I love this.
Over family. And now they're lonely. All they have is their career. Searching for meaning in vacations and brunches. And I saw it with my own eyes. It wasn't what I wanted for myself.
Right.
She said what matters to her most now is her husband, her kids, and her grandbabies.
Imagine
that was her legacy.
Yep.
Y'all, and that changed everything for me.
Look, women, you think your career fulfills you, but it doesn't do anything for you. You know what can fill you? A man. He can literally put things inside you. Why would you choose a career that can't put things inside you versus a man who can put things inside you? Like, he can put happiness inside you. He can stuff it right in there. He can put good feelings in you. He can just throw them in there. He can put food in your mouth. He can put good things on your body. He can put clothes on your body. He can reproduce with you and create a legacy. Can your career create something that you can pass down for generation to generation? No. Can your career love you? No, it doesn't exist. Really think these things out.
I say all that to say this. Ladies, stop buying the lies of culture. Family is ministry. It's your first ministry. You weren't created
Lord,
to fight
hallelujah.
helpless.
Lord, have
That's
mercy.
our divine purpose. We were created to walk in it with power. Don't lose yourself trying to chase a version of success that leaves you empty. God's way still works.
Gets up and she says, Patrick, this is very hard for me to say this. And let me tell you why it's very hard.
I love this guy. I watched 20 anti-capitalists debate Patrick Bet David one time, and he was so respectful, and they kept talking over him, but he kept his cool. And then they were like trying to ask him for jobs and stuff, and then he's like, okay, I'll give you a shot. And then he gives him a shot, and then he's like, oh, I can tell you're hard to work with. Like, the offer's off the table. It was so freaking funny.
So what's that? She says, ever since in high school, I wanted to prove to men that I can beat them. So when I graduated high school and college, I opened up my salon. Okay. We do very well. I've made millions of dollars. My people and my work that work at the salon, they do very well for themselves. I drive a nice car. I have a nice house. I have money. I have millions. I don't worry about any of that stuff. You know what decision I made last night? I said, what's that? She says, I want a husband. I no longer want to compete with men. Mm-hmm. I need them. Boom. And I'm like, what? Yep. She's saying this in front of 2,000 people with her sister sitting right next to her. Wow. And now she's getting emotional. How many 65-year-old women do we have to hear saying that I marched with the feminist movement and I bought into the fact that men are the enemy? I've never been married. I'm alone and I'm miserable and I wish I would have never bought into that philosophy.
Boom.
I just don't know why that would have been a good idea in the first place. I mean, for women to continue to tell us they're so smart, but then to come to this conclusion.
The thing is that drives me crazy about these women is they say one thing and then they have a mountain of evidence saying otherwise. So they'll say, we're single and we're happy. Okay, well then why are you making TikToks crying in your car? Okay, well if you're single and you're happy, why are you making Instagram posts about how all men are terrible and how you're just alone and no one approaches you? If feminism is so great, why isn't it paying your bills? Why is it that you work on your own, on your career, and you can't even afford food on the table and you complain on it in a TikTok in your car crying? You know, if feminism's so great, where's the proof? Where's the proof? You've made enemies of men. Now, hear me out, women. You need to hear this. Men are the reason that you're even allowed to be in this society and enjoy the things you enjoy. Your Starbucks, men. Buildings, men. HVAC, men. Electricity, men. Cars, men. Sidewalks, men. Infrastructure, men. Software, men. Careers, men. Women haven't created anything that would be worthy of a man saying, you know what, women are better. But see, here's the thing, and this is what I want to drill home. It doesn't matter. Men aren't looking for we want you to worship us. We don't care about that. Men need women, and men admitting to need women, to needing women, okay? We're not proud. We're not too proud to say we don't need a woman. We absolutely do. Behind every good man is a good woman. And we want you to enjoy these things. We just want you to be a little more appreciative. We want you to be a little more grateful. We want you to say thank you and to be kind and to be delicate and to be friendly and submissive and feminine. And then you people, feminists, say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And then you offer nothing. And so why would we? And then when we divorce, it's you take half of everything we own and our retirement. Everything we built, you take in a second. It's not fair. Women, all you have to do is just give us a little pat on the back. We're not looking for you to worship us, but an acknowledgement would be nice, and you being nice would be nice. Food for thought.
Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
No.
10.
6.
10.
5.
10.
3.
Like a 6.
Okay, I actually think she's more like a 4, but 6 is close. I could say 5.
I was going to say like a 7, maybe 8.
Is that for him?
I give myself like
You love a humble
6.9 on a good day.
I think Brian's a good-looking man. But I do think he's dead on 6. And I'm not into rating guys. Let's go back. Run that back. Let's see. These are mid women for sure. Like, no joke.
Everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
Solid 6.
10.
Oh, 3.
10.
I'd say she's a 4. This one's a 3.
10.
Yeah, she's definitely a 3.
Like a 6.
I think she's about a 4 or a 5. I'll give her a 5, actually. Compared to the other women, I'll give her a 5.
I was going to say like a 7, maybe 8.
This guy, probably a 6. Solid 6 all day long. The hair isn't doing it for him. He's got bushy eyebrows, got a little bit of muscle, but doesn't really have a square jaw. I mean, he's a solid 5 or 6.
I give myself like
You love a humble
6.9 on a good day.
guy.
Okay, so but 10? 10, really? It's a bit of hubris, a little bit. Don't
Who
you
said
think?
10?
He's confident, not confident.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
If you view yourself as a 10, then surely you must deserve a 10. So if you have a bunch of women who
Right.
think they're 10, one of the problems in the dating marketplace is people don't have a
Look at her. That solid 6 behavior, brother.
reasonable self-assessment of their own attractiveness.
Look, if you're a 10, it doesn't matter how much of a witch you are, someone will cuff you, okay? If you're a 10 and you're worth it, people will pay for beauty. But the fact that they're not, all of these women, remember, in this whatever podcast, are single. Every single one of these are single. I've seen the episode.
And thus their standards they're not going to be able to secure the type of partner that they're going after if they think they're a 10. No offense, guys. Okay,
I'm partner. I disagree.
I'm getting deaths.
Fire that you started in.
She said she has a partner, but then there was like some cheating and stuff going on. So, I mean, yeah, but I think today she's still single.
But you never came.
Nothing haunts a woman more than the guy she took for granted and left, only to realize his true value later on when she finally wanted to make things right. It was already too late. Be that guy. First of all, this screams stupid girl. This doesn't scream woman. Men know what they want since they're young, and they know what to look for. And when a woman plays these games, because whether you realize it or not, this is a game. She's playing a game. She thought that his emotions weren't important. Look, guys, in marriage, you don't just get to say, okay, I quit. That's called divorce. If you're going to get married, that means 99.9% of every terrible feeling where you guys are cussing and fighting at each other, you stick together. No matter what, other than infidelity, you stick together. If those are your ground rules, then she wouldn't have left. She didn't realize his value because she's a stupid feminist. She's a stupid person, low IQ behavior. And this guy said after she left, that's very low IQ of her. I can do better. And he's right. This girl's like a solid 5. Got saggy chest syndrome here. Not something you'd want to chase after. Imagine once she hits 40 or 50. I mean, if she's this saggy now, dude, she's going to look like a prune by the time she's 50. You don't want, I mean, he probably dodged a bullet. But like, women like this, they are the bane of my existence. They make me so mad. I don't feel sorry for her
They
at
don't
all.
miss you when you're gone. They miss you when you move on.
That's right.
And they hit 40.
And all men will move on. Hear me.
Humbleness so much. Why don't you live a humble life? What's wrong with getting with a regular dude who's got a 401k? He makes $40K a year.
I'll tell you what the difference is. You'll be a lot happier.
Maybe he's home at the end of the day. He takes care of the bills. You guys got a nice little house in the suburbs. Why is that not enough? I don't understand why there's all this talk about.
Why do you always want more?
Would I let my high value man cheat? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Most of y'all not gonna get one.
A high value man will never cuff anyone under a 7 or an 8 that doesn't have their crap together. A high value man requires non-negotiable. When you sign up for a job and it says required experience, that's what a high value man is. He's looking for a top earner. He's looking for a good mother. He's looking for something out of this world that he can't buy. He's looking for something that is extremely rare. You know, women who are accountable. A high value man cannot be with a low value woman. That's why all of these women who say they're high value, they're actually not, because they're single. High value men don't let high value women go away.
And that's not me trying to be mean. It's like
why dating in the modern world sucks. There's a few reasons for this. Obviously,
I can give you 1,000, and we just watched 10 videos of the reasons why.
dating apps and social media, women have more choice than ever.
That's
and
right.
Unfortunately for some men, what's happening in the dating app
Chat. Women control access to sex. Men control access to relationships. A woman can walk into a Walmart, find a person, flirt with him for half a second, and then his name will be boyfriend. Women can do that. A man can't do that. It is what it is.
data shows this. You've basically got 80% of the women chasing after the top 10% of men.
I'd say top 2% or 1%. If we're being realistic, I think it's more like 90% are chasing the top 1%, based on what I'm seeing.
It's why women always complain, this guy cheated on me, he did this and that.
There's no way there's 20% of our populations that are solid, 6'3", 6'5", make over 300,000, 500,000 a year. I mean, we're talking about less than 1%. And these women are looking for that specifically.
It's because all of the women are chasing after that top 10% of men. But for me to dive deeper, the real issue with modern dating is women expect men to be traditional men. They want men to be strong and masculine and make money and competent and take you on a date and pay for the date and be chivalrous and act like a gentleman.
My nose is running. Chat. Let's have a discussion. On the first date, this is what I want you to do. And yes, it's going to turn women away, but it's a good thing. We want to turn bad women away. Chat, when you get in a date with a girl that you think's cute, and you say, I would like to take you on a date, but I want to split the check. I'll pay for mine, you pay for yours. Let's meet together because we're both interested. I'll pay my way, you pay yours. And then if it's a match, eventually later I'll pay for your date. But for now, let's go Dutch, 50-50. And if she says no, you've dodged a bullet.
Women want traditional men. However, if you look at the majority of women and these women that want those traits in men, they are not traditional anymore.
Right. That's
So
right.
women want men to be traditional,
right,
while they are not traditional. Women are not as feminine as they used to
Right.
be. Women are very, very masculine in the modern world.
They have armpit hair.
Equaling respect. We can be equal and very, very different. You can be equal
right.
with
Equity.
completely different things. A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man
Right.
gets respect for being very good at being a man.
Right. Oh my goodness. Andrew Tate is spitting here. He is cooking. Look, me and my wife doesn't work if you don't know. I work, I do my job. I come home, I make 99% of all the money. But the difference is that she is so good at being a housewife and being submissive and being kind and being a helpmate that it's actually way more sexy her as a woman doing those things than if she didn't. There was a time where before our first son was born where she was working, and most of her check went to daycare, and she wasn't happy. She was miserable. She wanted to be with our child all day. She didn't want to drop him off at daycare. And so the thing about it is that once she stepped into her role as I am a wife, I am a mother, I am taking care of the house, this is my job, and she took it seriously, there's nothing more beautiful in my mind. And she has as much respect or more than when she was working. She has way more than when she was working because she's doing what she was called to do. And I'm the same way. The more I do what I'm called to do and work and provide and create businesses and do this side stuff, I feel better.
When a woman decides she wants to act like a man or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets fucked up. Men and women are good at different things. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team.
Right. We fit in where we're strong. She's better at the emotional stuff. I'm not so good at that. I'm better at the logical stuff and the decisions and the money spending and diversifying portfolios and stuff like that. But we come together and we fill each other's weaknesses and we become a perfect unit, like yin and yang, light and darkness. One side is good at one thing, the other is good at the other, and we come together to produce a perfect picture.
Relationship. I don't actually need you.
Actually, you do need us because you're on this show dressed like a hooker looking for attention. So you do need validation.
Do jobs and his pensions. Why do you need a man in a relationship? And these are the stuff that I need in a man. But it's
You don't need anything in a man. You just need a man, and you need to get over yourself.
like, at the end of the day, it's not like I completely need you. But I want you.
But the whole
She's
point
doing
is
the
if the
hand
lights went out tomorrow, you would need a man.
If
There's
society agrees.
Why do we act like women are so
useless?
It's not that
I can change a tire.
I'm saying if the lights went out tomorrow,
Yep.
you would need someone to protect you. You
Yes,
would.
of course.
So she admits to it. This goes on for almost like a solid hour chat, but I do hope you enjoyed the video. There was a lot of good stuff there. There was a lot of heavy topics, and I really like diving deep. I think I'm going to review that channel a little bit more. I really enjoy reacting to the footage. Again, I hope you learned something from today, and I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you again for spending time here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Later.